Welcome to this series of interviews about Ludus Game with members of the development team, where we try to find out more about what's going on with the project. Today we have Leandro Choi joining us from the team. Um, Leandro is an economist from the Torquato di Tella University, and he has a master's in business administration from the Austral University in Buenos Aires. The last 10 years, he's been working for international companies in internal audit. Leandro, we would like to welcome you. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Nazareno, and good afternoon, everyone. Currently, I am CFO and economist team leader of the Ludus Game. I am also strategy coordinator and marketing collaborator.
Okay, so you're indicating two roles there. Which of those roles do you feel more comfortable with?
Well, a quite difficult question. I like all the activities I do, but I like to make doing research, doing investigation about NFT project or crypto project or NFT games project. I also enjoy a lot doing math with different uh, economic scenario the game. So I think that I like doing my job as economist. Yes, definitely.
If you're spending time with economic research, uh, maybe you have some readings that you could recommend to anyone watching in the field of economy and games, which are topics with a lot of uh, research going on in them.
Yes, of course. I would recommend reading the book Economics, Principles and Application by Mochon and Beckers. I think this is an essential book to read to understand the economic or tokenomics. Um, if you don't have enough time to read this book because it has 1,000 pages, I will recommend you to read some specifically chapters as about monetary base and economic policy. And
Mhm.
also the books talk about a theory of game, but it would be better if you read another book. I recommend Games and Economic Behavior by John von Neumann. Uh, Theory of game is very important because you are going to see or to understand or to project the incentivation of the 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 person within the game. No? For tokenomics specifically, I recommend Game Balance by Ian Schreiber and Brenda Romero. Especially Ian Schreiber is a recognized professional in the world of games and very famous conferencist. And in this book, he will invite you to think critically about what is behind each game. And it touches on all the topics related of a game, a video game, about battle balance, price balance, game economy, simulation, etc. or whatever.
Okay, all right. Well, those are some interesting options to look into. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Um, Now, you have had some interviews already in your role as economist for Ludus Game. Which are the questions that you get asked the most?
Oof. Well, most of people are asking. me when is going to be the game ready to play, when it's going to launch. We are going to launch the beta or the alpha. Second, people ask me a lot of questions about rewards and ROI. Yes.
Okay. ROI being return on investment. So maybe we can jump on that topic directly. What is the expected investment in Ludus Game? What is a reasonable time frame to get your money back if you've invested? What is the projection if you're a good player, if you're not so good in games in general? How does it look like for the investor out there?
Yes. Well, give me 5 seconds. Let me show you the white paper so everyone can follow my explanation. So if you click there in white paper and then in ROI, and you're going to see some graph that I put there. So first, the investment is composed of gladiators, tickets, and Coliseum, and tickets to get to the Coliseum, and items to fight. You can play this game with just one gladiator or 5 gladiators. I think that for one gladiator you would need an investment of $77.5, and this is important because for Filipinos or Venezuela or Argentinians people, this will be an interesting and affordable investment. So remember that, for example, in Axie Infinity, the 40% of the player are for Philippines. So this is a very important price to start and get to the play. So in the white paper you will see that first, when you start playing, you begin. I am assuming that you are going to begin with 5 gladiators, and you are going to equip each gladiator with 6 items, and you are going to fight 2 times per day. If you are a normal player or average player, you will win. I am assuming that you will win 50% of your battles, and you will recover your investment in 49 days. Yes. Also, you're down this graph, you're going to see another scenario where you're going, assuming that you are a better player than others, you're going to win 75% of your battle. In this case, your investment is recovered in 38 days, and you will get a total profit of $1,400. And there is another scenario, the last one, where you're going to win 100 of your battles. So in this case, in this scenario, your investment is recovered in 24 days. You will obtain a total profit of $2,300. That's all.
All right. Well, thank you for the detailed breakdown. That's very useful. Now, about the NFT market in general, it's currently looking a little complicated, let's say. What is your outtake? How do you see the current market for NFTs and for play to earn games? in this context?
Well, it's a very interesting issue. About the NFT games market, uh, nowadays we have a slight drop at the moment. You can see this in Google Trends. If you make your research or search about NFT games all around the world, you can see a slight drop. So, and that is to say, people are searching less about this topic. Well, this means that people is interesting in is elsewhere. We believe this is temporary, and this is because the war between Russia and Ukraine has taken everyone's attention. Investor attention is on commodity nowadays, such as oil and gold. And we understand that the international press will turn its attention again back to the cryptocurrency. We have saw it just with bitcoins, for example, because
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin has this kind of uh, international press attention in different year, no? Also, um, we are going to see a transformation in NFT games. We are going to set 1.0 to 2.0 NFT games, where the creators of future games will have to show their face and explain very openly what they are doing. That's the next generation of NFT games.
Okay. So you're hoping on a recovery of the general NFT market and market for the NFT games in particular after the current political crisis have been resolved, and you're telling me that you think there's going to be a new wave of the type of companies that come onto the scene that are going to be more transparent and based on showing themselves and being more transparent with the project in general, and that's the way to go.
Yes, totally.
And in order to take advantage of that new wave, how is Ludus Game positioned? Which are the uh, competitive advantages of Ludus Game in this context to make a difference?
That's another good question. Um, Loose Games sought to form a team with strong mathematical, statistical, and economics knowledge for the preparation of the balance of the game and its economy. Also, the novelty of the burning of the NFT, where there are losers and winners to achieve this balance within the game.
Mhm.
And that within the independent project is the only playable independent project with a view to the future to form sport competitions and a conformation of a DAO. Yes, we are independent project which is closer to his community and answer all the questions about the NFT games.
Okay, well, you mentioned some interesting points there. The DAO, the competitive arena, and the transparency of the team. Those are all very good points. Well,
Yes.
I want to thank you for joining us. We are open to doing some of these interviews live next time, or to receiving also questions for next interviews in the comments and in our social media. So please feel free. I want to thank again Leandro Choi for joining us, and to the rest of the community. Thank you for being here, and we look forward to seeing you in the arena. Thank you.
See you to the arena. Thank you.